Next story in the Telegraph, and Keir Starmer is flip-flopping on a policy position. That can't be right, Josh.
Yeah. Labour vows.
No, admit it, he flip-flops.
I'm a bit depressed about this.
Okay.
Labour vows it will make it easier to change gender in policy switch. So it's not an exact flip-flop, but essentially he made some suggestions last week that he was like saying how it was crazy to go along with this policy that people weren't behind, referencing what happened with the SNP pushing through the gender self-ID laws in Scotland. And then today Labour put out this tweet because it's Trans Visibility Day, and this is the three things that they said. They said they're going to introduce tougher sentences for LGBT plus hate crime. That's a good, I mean, when you think of someone getting beaten up or abused, you think that's good. But then at the same time, there are people, certainly within the T plus part of it, who consider a hate crime to be being misgendered or whatever. So they've been very wishy-washy about this. There's another one here, which is modernise the outdated Gender Recognition Act. I'm sure there is scope to modernise it, but in terms of making it easier to the does that mean self-ID laws, which is what Labour had previously, he'd vowed to do in the 2021 leadership election, or 20 leadership election, and that is obviously what took Scotland down. And then we're talking about male rapists and female jails. But this is the one that's the most sort of clear to me, and the wrong is, if the wrong is a word, they're saying they're going to ban conversion therapy in all forms. Now that is a massive red flag, because the point is, if you go for just what's called affirmative therapy, where someone goes in and says, oh, I feel like I might be a boy or a girl, as opposed to what their actual biological sex is, usually there's a lot of underlying mental health conditions or other conditions, certainly including a lot of them being autistic. The point is that when you ban that, people would say that that is conversion therapy. If you said, well, let's explore other issues, what are these other things? Then that is a danger of just pushing these children into medicalisation straight away. So it's a problem. Yeah,
and why is he doing this, Lewis? Because it's so unpopular. He obviously needs to bring in his own party, who sort of have all these radical lefty ideas. But it's so unpopular in the country, you just think, why is he going down this path?
Well, I think, it's like you say, I think he has so many points ahead in the polls, and he thinks it's a sure thing. Let's try to make everybody happy. Let's make our own party happy by giving them what they want, and let's try not to alienate the other people. I mean, he gave the message on the International Transgender Day of Visibility, as if these women in their 6-inch heels, 6 foot tall, are not visible.
Good point. And another good joke. I was laughing inside.
High five, Lewis. Yeah, baby.